Today we're going to talk about the Merlin Trials. There are currently 95 separate trials in the game spread throughout the entire map. Now, while I personally wish they were all unique, they are not. They fall into one of 9 sort of Merlin trial categories. In this guide, I will be telling you how to solve each one of the 9 separate trials so you can get out there, knock out the 52 trials you need to max your inventory slots. For this trial, there are 3 sets of 5 balls hidden somewhere in the area. Make sure to use Revelio to help spot the balls. Once you find the balls, you can either use Accio or Wingardium Leviosa to pick them up and carry them to the plate they go on. You do need to be aware that every once in a while these will be blocked by vines or hidden behind a sort of breakable wall. And if you cannot burn the vines or break the wall to get the balls out, don't worry about it. Leave the trial. Come back when you have the appropriate spell. It's not a big deal. There are tons of trials you can get out there and complete to get your inventory slots.
More sense. There we go. Thought the vines were supposed to disappear. They did at the beginning of the trial. I think afterwards they...
Revelio.
There.
Accio.
That feels good. I think we got that one. So there's that. It wasn't too bad though.
For this trial, there is one large ball and a stone basin that it has to be deposited in. Use Revelio to help locate both the ball and the stone basin. After you've located both, you can either use Depulso or Wingardium Leviosa to pick the ball up and carry it to the basin. Now, there will be times the basin will be covered in vines and you'll have to burn them out. It's not a big deal. If you can't burn the vines, come back to it later. Subsequently, there are certain balls that can only be lifted and you cannot push them into location easily. Don't worry about those. Come back later when you have the appropriate spells. Don't forget, you only need 52 of these.
Won't get the best of me.
I was wearing my snakeskin cloak, but I decided I would switch to something a little bit more traditional for a while.
For this trial, there are 3 sets of 3 balls scattered someplace in the area. Now, you can either just break all these with a quick light attack, or you can use Confringo if the targets are a little further out. It's entirely up to you how you break them, but you need to break all 9 to complete this Merlin trial.
Got it. Hell yeah. Merlin trial. Done and dusted. We like those.
So this trial can actually be a little bit tricky. These 3 pots can be a little bit hard to spot. You will need to use Revelio, and you might need to move away from the trial pad a little ways to be able to find them. The 3 pots will be on stone pillars of varying heights. Your goal is to light all 3 of them before they disappear into the ground. Sounds simple. The problem is you can't always hit them easily. My suggestion is to try to find a spot centrally located around the 3 that allows you to quickly hit all 3. In my experience, you can normally find one spot that doesn't really require much moving to hit all 3. If you can't, locate a great spot between the highest and the second highest pillar, closest to the second highest, light the highest, then the second highest, and then the lowest in that order. That'll give you the most time to move and hit all 3 of them.
We did. Okay, it did work. Is it always 3 for the Merlin trials? For that one it is. Different Merlin trials have different...
This trial is pretty straightforward. 3 statues in the immediate area will break as soon as you start the trial. All you need to do is run up with Reparo, fix the 3 statues, and the trial is over.
That's for something different. Why is that block over here? Why is this block so far over here? There's not like any dungeon over there. Like any at all. Nobody ever called a Hufflepuff sussy. I mean,
For this challenge, you need to locate 5 separate stone pillars somewhere in the area. Typically, I use Revelio, find out where they are, and then cast Confringo to break each one of the 5 statues. They don't need to be done in order, and there is no time limit. So take your time, find them, break them, and complete this challenge.
I think they're just like ones that need to be blown up. How many more?
I should investigate. That's that.
All right, we got them all.
Settled.
I think that was that. There we go. Migraine. Migraine's not good.
So this challenge can actually be one of the more frustrating challenges out of all of the 9 to complete. Cast Revelio and try to locate the moths as well as the stone pillars. The moths don't necessarily have to be that close. You might have a little bit of a distance to bring them back, and they could be on some varying elevations, so you might need to use your broom to get a good view of where they are. Once you find them, cast Lumos and bring them to one of the stone pillars. You need to be aware that if you are doing any climbing, it will break your Lumos spell, and the moths will stay put. Then you need to re-Lumos to try to get them to come with you. This can be problematic on some climb ups because the moths will stay too low for you to Lumos. So it is sort of just a game of how close can you get to the edge of the cliff while casting Lumos to get the moths to bring them up to the level you're currently on. After that, take the moths to the pillar, drop them off, do it 2 more times, and this challenge is complete.
If they came up with a good remake, I would lose a lot of time to Fable. I had a lot of fun playing Fable back in the day. Like a ridiculous amount of fun playing Fable back in the day. There they are. Son of a bitch. That was tough. There we go. Almost didn't see him. And it's not almost didn't see him. I didn't see him.
Lumos.
So we had such an issue. Doing well? How are you? I'm not doing too bad. What are you up to? Working on completing it on veteran.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Yeah, maybe one day I'll pick it up and play it for fun. I don't know. It's been a while. Same thing you're doing? How long? Did you just get the game today, or you been playing it all for the past 3 days?
Merlin himself will be proud.
This challenge can be slightly frustrating only if you're not very good at platforming. After you start the trial, look for the brown stones in the area. All you need to do is jump from the top of one platform to the top of the next platform until you have cleared all of the platforms without touching the ground. If you touch the ground, the trial resets and you get to start it over. The only tip I have for this is take your time and don't overthink the jumps. The game is very generous in what it will jump and what it will auto mantle for you. So just take your time and clear this and you'll have it done in no time.
Fall. It's this mini jump here that's gonna suck. There it is.
Settled.
The floor is lava run. You just gotta take your time. I figured it was gonna be like a speed thing, but there's no speed to it at all. So that's a positive.
So this challenge will be the one that actually frustrates the most people. The easiest way to complete this challenge is to pick a symbol and rotate the block until the symbol on the top block is on the correct spot for the symbol on the bottom block. The orientation doesn't matter at that point. Once you have the correct symbol in the correct spot, move to the adjacent side and cast Flipendo to rotate the block until the block matches the symbol below. After that, do it 2 more times and you have this challenge completed. One thing you need to know is this is the only challenge I've had a serious bug, and that bug was that the block was not connected to the pillar that it should have been on. And no matter what I did, I could not get the block to reconnect. If you happen to do one of these challenges and the block is not connected, save, reload your game, and it should fix it.
Down. That one only needed to be rotated down, and then the last one of those was Where is it? There it is. It's right there. Let's grab this and this because we killed stuff. Go like that to put it up there. Actually, we need to rotate this like that. Goes like that. I need to flip this over again. There. That should have got it.
Not so tricky after all.
There's that. Okay.
Hopefully this guide helps you complete the challenges and get your inventory space maxed out. If you enjoyed the content, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel to see more guides in the future.